Hey guys, so did you hear the news? They removed the word gullible from the dictionary. Yep, gorilla, gumdrop. Nope, it is not there anymore. Okay, if you believe that, you're almost as gullible as I was when I was a child. I say almost, as I'm about to make you feel a whole lot better about yourself, as it is now time for a very long overdue things that I thought were true that are actually not true. 3. Willies. So I was about 5 and I started to wonder what exactly that thing between my legs was and what the differences between boys and girls were, so I thought, I know, I'll ask my trusty older brother. He would never lie to me. I was so wrong. So I asked him, what do girls use to go pee? And he told me they've actually got 2 willies. 2 willies. Not just that though. Oh no. Yeah, they move on their own in different directions. Little Phil wasn't in on the joke, was he? Nah, mate. I didn't know what to think. I was picturing some kind of 2-headed snake, like this. By the way, I was just googling 2-headed snake to find those pictures and I came across this one. The internet is weird. So I was confused about this for a good few weeks, slightly scared of girls, until my auntie came over for dinner and I asked her at the dinner table how she knew which willy to pee out of. And then she cleared it up. Not by showing me, she just explained things. Australia. So in primary school geography, they taught us that Australia was at the other side of the world to us, which made sense to me. I drew pictures like this. Look, there's me. There's some kind of global catastrophe. I'm not sure what happened there. And there's Australia. Look, there's a man in a cork hat and a kangaroo. G'day. What I didn't understand is the concept of gravity and why these Australians weren't flying off the Earth into space. I was so worried for them. Why would people live there? I thought they'd have to wear some kind of special moon boots to keep attached to their floor. How did the kangaroos keep hold? What if they had a little baby Joey that just floated out of their pouch into the atmosphere? Thankfully, Year 7 science cleared that right up for me, along with the birds and the bees. Hot dogs. Okay, you can't really blame me for this one, but as a really young child, I got it into my head that hot dogs contained actual dog meat. Yeah, I think this came about when I saw a hot dog van which had an image like this on it. I was so disturbed thinking that my parents were eating dogs. I'd be watching Scooby-Doo and they'd just be chowing down on a puppy like it was nobody's business. And this all came to a dramatic conclusion when my uncle brought over his dog Meg. I did not want my family to eat Meg, surprisingly, so I locked myself in the bathroom with the dog. Hey up lad, let us in. I won't let you eat her! I later on discovered they were actually made from pig. Could never watch that Babe video again. Seahorses. Until I was about 13, I thought that seahorses were mythical creatures. I didn't know they were real. I put them in the same category as unicorns or Bigfoot, though I do suspect Bigfoot is just a hairy naked man running through the forest and we should respect his life decisions. But yeah, seahorses, no idea. The revelation happened when I visited an aquarium with school. We were just looking at some tanks and I was like, ooh, jellyfish, ooh, sexy conger eel. What? What? My entire world collapsed when I saw this seahorse in the flesh. It was like I'd seen a real-life Pikachu in the wild or something. I just couldn't believe it. So I turned to my friend Matt and said, is this some kind of hologram or something? What? Well, you know seahorses aren't real, so they must be plastic or something. Being a terrible friend, he then put his hand up and said, hey sir, Phil didn't know that seahorses are real. Everyone pointed and laughed at me, and I kind of wanted to throw myself into the shark tank, but instead I shifted the blame onto Matt by saying, Matt's scared of puppies. That was our secret. I'm still not entirely convinced they're real though. I mean, what is that? What is it thinking about? What are its motives? So there we go. Please make me feel better by leaving your things that you thought were true that are not true in the comments below. Today's Draw Phil Naked is... And please make sure you subscribe. All you need to do is click this button here and then I'll be in your life forever. Forever. Also, for a limited time, I can offer you a free limited edition Obama snake. If you click now. 3, 2, 1, click. Enjoy that. Bye guys. This is my actual school uniform, by the way. Smells of dread.